The plot of Pulse revolves around a group of young Tokyo residents and their interactions with a website that invites them to meet a ghost. Contact with the website leads to a string of suicides and disappearances. Individuals mysteriously fuse with the city's walls, leaving only black smudges. A sense of foreboding is created by foreshadowing that possibility. The characters are consistently framed as isolated and imprisoned by their environment. That isolation is accentuated by the eerie absence of people. Most locations are abandoned, suggesting that the disappearances are a widespread phenomenon. Towards the end of the film, a TV missing persons report hints at the scale of the problem.
山崎直子さん6歳、神奈川県横浜市平山道夫さん80歳、神奈川県川崎市川原拓実さん25歳、埼玉県入間郡富岡茂樹君8歳、東京都世田谷区吉田智子さん21歳、東京都新宿区中島久美さん5歳、神奈川県川崎市北岡恵里さん。
The horror of social disconnection is most powerfully articulated by the film's ghosts, who whisper, "Help me." Any verbal communication is an attempt to connect with others, but the phrase "help me" has special force as a plea for connection. That force is amplified by the repetition of the phrase, which conveys desperation despite their flat affect. It's also amplified by the fact that the humans cannot hear them. The communication fails. The plea is a mournful lament, calling back to the social realm the ghosts used to occupy. Even if the living can't hear them, the smudges are a warning to the living. That warning is echoed in a different way in Pulse's most important scene. Here, Kawashima is alone in his apartment, holding a phone. Much like the ghost's whispers of "help me," communication technologies such as the phone are meant to generate social connections. However, here it doesn't. The phone rings without connecting. As Kawashima hangs on, the camera drifts past him, towards the film's real protagonist, the computer. The incident underlines the film's central theme, that human-to-human interaction is at risk of being replaced by technologically mediated interactions.
もしもし。誰？
That risk is alluded to throughout the film. For example, when Kawashima sits in an amusement arcade, the bustling sound may fool us, and maybe him, into believing that he's surrounded by people. But a distance shot reveals that Kawashima is alone. The sound of activity is generated by machines, not people. Another piece of technology that's only implicitly present, the camera, is also crucial in conveying the scene's message. The camera's movement represents a larger force outside of the protagonist's control. The camera locks onto and drifts towards the computer like it's entering into a conspiracy with another piece of technology, eschewing the human that would normally be the film's focus of attention. That movement means Kawashima is sidelined in his own narrative and his own life here. The slow movement might seem gentle rather than malevolent, but that articulates the message that human social connections might be gradually eroded by technology. That erosion happens in the film too. The 35mm footage is frequently infected by webcam footage. Released in 2001, Pulse uses horror to offer a warning about the devastating social dysfunction that might arise from the internet's promise of abundant global communication. This moment starkly captures that message, and that is why this is Pulse's most important scene.